Hey again guys, and welcome back. Today I have an eclectic mix. I have some stuff from China, some stuff from Canada, some stuff from Amazon, some from one of you guys. So let's get started. Starting with this one here, it says Nano V3 PC drive. And this was May 8th to June 3rd. $4.40. And I think there's two items in here. Yep. Let's take a closer look at those. So I think these guys go with a microcontroller that I actually don't have. So these are breakout boards for a, what is it, a Arduino, let's see, does it say? Arduino Nano. So they have screw terminals here on the sides, and you can break out all the pins of a Nano. And I don't have a Nano. I have Pro Minis, I have Micros, I don't think I have any Nanos. Let me go take a look. Here's the bin of my, oh, that's not the logo, Arduino++ stuff. And I have, definitely have Unos. I have Pro Minis. I have DigiSpark, so AT-Tiny 85s. Yeah. I don't think I have any. Yeah, these are DigiSparks. I have a Mega. Only one though. I wish I had some more. I have STM32. And I have a couple of these kind of ESP ones. But yeah, I have some Raspberry Pis thanks to another maker. But yeah, I don't have any of the right Arduino. I don't have any Nanos. I did order Nanos, but they haven't come in, so yeah. Oh well, on to the next one. Next one up is this phone mount adapter. I'm pretty sure what it is, but I'm not 100%. So it's $598 and April 24th to June 8th. Let's take a look. I think this is the one that the tracking numbers, nothing matched. So I couldn't find any numbers that were the same between this and the stuff I ordered, but the description, yeah, okay. So it's exactly what I thought it was going to be. So this thing here is actually a mount for your cell phone to go onto a telescope. You guys can't see that very well, I don't think, because it looks kind of dark. Let me just mess with the settings a little bit. That's probably a little bit better. So yeah, what this is you set your cell phone in here, and you can clip this onto a telescope. And I think it's universal fit. I can see that there's like little teeth in there that should be able to roll in. I just don't know how to use it. Somehow, like, this should be able to rotate. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there we go. It's just jammed all the way. So yeah, if you rotate this in, you should be able to see, yeah, those jaws clamping down. So you would put this over the eyepiece of your telescope or binoculars or whatever, and you get to see far into the distance. And there's a couple different mounting spots here. So let me go get a phone and see if we can set this up. Got my old iPhone with a dead battery, but it should be okay. And I think the goal is that you're supposed to connect it onto this here. You're gonna open it up so it fits. I actually want to check the full opening range as well. Seems to go pretty far open, which is nice. So you put your phone in there, tighten this up, and then you can adjust this eyepiece here to fit kind of snugly. I don't know if you can see that, right in the middle of the holder there, and then you would tighten it down. There we go. And then you can mount this onto a tripod here. There's another tripod screw there, or you just clip it right on, and you should be able to take video of, you know, your celestial objects or whatever the heck you're actually looking at. So yeah, I got this purposely so I can take photos of I don't know, stars or the moon or whatever through a telescope. And if you know someone who has motion sickness, this might be a good solution for them. Anything but a very expensive telescope will be a little bit rickety. It will prevent you from looking at really cool objects like the moon or whatever, because of the image will move inside the viewfinder. So if you have a cell phone holder and you can just look through the cell phone, not only can you share the experience with more than one person at a time, but then also it's a little bit more stabilizing for someone with motion sickness to look through. So that was my goal, and I think you can still adjust the ring here. Oh, there we go. It's this here that spins, not the whole thing. So yeah, you can still adjust this with this on. So that's pretty cool. A little bit expensive, but a lot cheaper than getting it locally. So hopefully it's halfway decent. Maybe I will do a Patreon update when I actually go out and take some photos or take some footage of celestial objects. On to the next one. Got two packages from Amazon here, and they're both related, so I figured I'd put them in the same mailbag video. $5.99 for this one, $11.99 for this one. And if you guys watched my live stream of building my mom a computer, you'll know why I have these. And if you didn't watch it, well, you can go watch it and find out, but either way. Just gonna open this up here. There's one. And there is two. So these things are USB-C. Oh look, this one has actually been opened before. Well, that's not good. It's Velcro. Yeah. So these guys should be USB-C, which is this connector here, to USB 3, which is this connector here, which you can tell is USB 3 because it has more than 4 conductors. I think you can see there are 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I can see. Can you? Maybe just barely. So I have USB-C cables, but they're all USB 2 aside from the one that came with my phone, which is USB 3. However, it's male-to-male USB-C on both sides. And my PC, because I have an Intel system and it's behind the times, does not have a USB-C connection. So I was trying to show you guys a screen capture of my mom's PC, but I couldn't because my Elgato, or my wife's Elgato I should say, requires a USB C to USB A, but 3.0 connection, which I didn't have. So these three should be 3.0, and these guys here, they are the other solution. If I only have my USB cable from my phone, this is a USB-C to USB 3.0 C female to A male. So I can plug in my cable, which is USB-C on both ends, and connect it to my computer. And this guy should accept that. Yeah, so I can turn this to an A to A simply like that too. So yeah, really frustrating when I'm trying to do a live stream and it turns out all my cables happened to be USB 2 instead of USB 3. Very frustrating. So anyways, I've got the USB 3s now, and hopefully that won't be a problem in the future. Back to eBay, but this one here is actually was sent from Canada, which is fantastic. So May 31st to June 5th, $10.71. This is kind of expensive, but I think it'll be worth it. So this here is a HDMI cable. But why did I spend almost $11 on an HDMI cable? Well, for one, it's really long. I think it's 15 feet long. And for two, you'll see that these ends are not the same. So you'll see that one of these is regular HDMI and one of these is mini HDMI. And there's a few reasons for that. Well, one, I realized that this camera I'm filming on has a mini HDMI port. So I might be able to record directly to my computer instead of to clunky SD cards. So that's one reason. The other reason is that I was sent these Raspberry Pi Zeros by another maker. I actually requested them, and shame of shame, I didn't have any more of these connectors. I have a sort of mini to male to female regular size adapter. However, my wife's got that, so I can't really use it. So I got myself a cable. So this is great because I think I want to start doing capture of Linux stuff. I actually want to set up a Raspberry Pi or a Orange Pi, which I also have, to do some Node-RED stuff. Thanks to another maker. I want to do some Linux stuff, experimenting on Linux, like programming Arduinos with Linux. So I want a way to capture all this and record it and show you guys, so that Elgato will be part of that, which is why I needed the USB Type-C cables and why I need these mini HDMI cables. So yeah, spending a little bit of money, but hopefully I'll be able to put out more content because of it. If you're excited about Linux type stuff, let me know in the comments below. Usually your reactions to things on Mailbag videos are what determines the order that I'll work on videos. So let me know. On to the next one. And the last one for today is actually from one of you guys. One of you. So this is from Scott Beasley, and he has a whole bunch of cool stuff going on, but he paid a fortune to get these things to me. So that's American dollars here. That's expensive. So thank you so much, Scott. Now, I will try not to butcher what is in here, but what is in here I am not adept at. I'm actually just going to start learning them, really using these boards and some other stuff I got on Mailbag. So please, don't judge me too harshly if I have no idea what's going on. Okay, that's it for that. Nice sturdy envelope. Something in wrap here. Gonna try not to pull a Dave Jones like the time he destroyed that solar cell by opening it up with a knife. So looks like we have a chip in here. Very well packaged stuff. Get out. There we go. So we have a chip. See if I can adjust the focus in real time here. Too close. Don't know if you can read that. It's PIC 18F24K40. So we've got our first micro, which is really neat. But what's even neater are all these boards that Scott designed by himself, mainly for the use of PIC microcontrollers. Let me open these up. Now, if you want your own boards, you know, it would have actually been cheaper for me to probably to just order them off a PCB house, but he offers all these designs for free on his GitHub. So I'll link to the GitHub down below. I noticed he also has a YouTube channel, so I'm going to link to that down below as well. And yeah, these things are going to be too small to show up on camera, so let me zoom you in and we'll take a look at these guys. So basically what Scott has done is he made breakout boards for the use of PIC microcontrollers. Now he tells me in an email that some of these have mistakes on them, but I mean, he should be correcting them as he goes along, because he actually has a GitHub that he updates. But basically what these things are they're really the pinouts of your PIC microcontroller, and since a PIC, as far as I know, doesn't need any external sort of components, he breaks it out so that you can actually just use the board as is. So 5 volts, 3 volts in. This is for the PIC 8F. I don't know. I'm not really good with PIC stuff. I'm going to have to look up all this stuff and then make separate videos when I start playing with the PIC. So this is another one of these. These boards here are sort of like Vero board, but they're higher quality versions because you get them manufactured offshore. Let's see what this says. Oh, that's just a copyright. And I think this is, yeah, Lil Nan, Naan. And basically I think these traces are set up like breadboards. But so it's like a mini breadboard, and you just slot your microcontroller in here and you can add your componentry to it. He sent quite a few of these things. There's another Lil Nan board. So I could see these things being super useful. And the great part is that offshore manufacturing of PCBs are extremely cheap. So you can actually just order these yourself by going onto his GitHub, getting the design files, and heading out and getting them made. There's another Lil Nan in white. Looks really cool. Let's see, PIC 18F24K40. This is the one he sent with it, and I'm actually excited because at some point, very soon, I'll be able to do some PIC programming. And so this will be a perfect board to slot a PIC into, program it, have it do little things. This is a monster. Look at that, PIC 16F887. Look at all the pins on this board. And he says there's room for a ceramic oscillator on some of these. Yeah, you'll have to forgive me. I don't know enough about what I'm talking about when it comes to PIC. So this one is half NAN board, V11. So that's pretty neat. So look at all the pins you get out of this guy. And I'm guessing these two are buses. Yeah, they do look like buses. Look at that. So if you want to semi-permanentize or completely permanentize your projects, and you don't really want to learn KiCad or whatever, these boards will be perfect. You just slot your microcontroller in there, and since these are just generic boards, they just have a regular 0.1 inch pin spacing, you don't need to use a PIC. You can use a Atmel processor, or you can even use like a 74HC 595 or whatever. And this is the full size one, so it's getting pretty large now. This is 10 centimeters by, oh, what's that, 10 by 5. So it's still, you can actually double this up on a panel and cut it yourself, because some manufacturers, I think PCBWay is a 10 by 10, the maximum size. So you can actually stuff two of these side by side and chop them off yourself if you would like. And here is another one, just a NAN board. So that's pretty neat. So I thank you so much, Scott. I want you guys to go check out Scott's GitHub repo because all of these designs are available. So now you too can join in to the offshore PCB making even if you don't really know how to use a design package. Thanks, Scott. And these items make up today's mailbag. I want to thank my Patreon supporters who make this possible. I also want to thank Scott specifically for sending me these awesome boards. I will be putting them to use shortly enough, hopefully, as long as I have time. And I want to thank you guys all for watching. It's really appreciated. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more of this stuff. Thanks for watching.